plate. He's going to accept the award, the Best of Corn Award, on behalf of his son, and that will be presented by Stacy Mayo with the help of the governor.
Congratulations to the family. I'm sure it was joined
A watch and plaque, and make some comments.
I'm going to give the governor the watch and plaque to let him present. But the Market Wheat Show is sponsored by the Kansas Wheat Commission with some help from other entities like the Kansas Grain Inspection Service that does their analysis of all of our wheat samples that come in. And then they are judged based on how well that comes out and then based on the variety. And the winner this year is, as Richard said, Jeff.
I forget all this technology anymore. That's a weird, that looks like some sort of evil torture device.
It's got 3 stereo microphones, HD, it's fantastic. Well, Governor, tell us a little bit about today's presentation and day at the fair.
Well, this is kind of the heart of the fair. I mean, it's the cookie jar winner, it's the quilt contest winner. You know, it's the sort of things that really make a fair, other than the livestock end of it. So I love doing it and seeing it.
What did you think of what was the youngest winner?
Yeah, he third generation. I mean, he and his dad and his grandpa brought that together. They put it in under his name. But good to see that next generation coming up.
Yeah. Now, with farming and everything with the fair, I liked your statement about, is it still a fair? Because there's state fairs all over the country that they're all about concerts and carnival rides and all this nonsense. And this fair is about a fair. Walking around today, what's been some of the different experiences you've seen?
Well, but I don't think they're walking away from all the carnival aspect of it too, which they have had for years. When I came here as a 12-year-old boy, the other thing I wanted to see was I want to go see the carnival and I want to see the different stuff. But they have maintained their concentration on what agriculture and rural America is about and rural Kansas is about. And I think that's going to be a challenge going forward in a more urban society in everything that you know, you got to be able to put the dollars together to make it go. But I think they're doing a nice job of balancing that here. Just don't lose being a fair to be a carnival.
Now, with these awards, year after year, you seem just a huge fan of what they're doing up there. I think that is so awesome that you're not just phoning it in, basically.
Well, I am a big fan of it because I mean this is a big part of our heritage and our future. We're the best agricultural technology, agricultural business area in the world, right here in the Middle West, right here in Kansas. And I think we ought to celebrate that and recognize that what we do in feeding the world is one of the great callings that a group of people could ever be called to do. I mean, think about the importance of wheat and bread and the significance of it. I just think that to be a part of that, we don't celebrate and recognize just what a calling that is to feed people bread. This is great.
Now, walking around, what have you seen as far as innovations from when you were starting out as a farmer to now?
This will seem really odd to you, but we used to cut hay and we'd have a sickle and you'd have these different plates in there and it'd always break. Well, just looking at it going, no, now they got a rotary cutter on it. There isn't a little sickle that you got to drive the metal piece out of and replace all the time if you hit a rock or something. And I was going, that's a great idea. Now, they probably had that for 10 years and I haven't noticed it, but I was just looking at it thinking, well, there's a good way of doing something differently. And then plus the equipment is just so much more technologically advanced and it uses GPS and all those things that it's a big high-tech industry.
Well, one final question. Now that you've done this, what's the rest of the day look like for you?
I got here about 7:30 this morning, so I think the thing we've got left is the wheat competition for the highest yielding wheat. And I think that's probably pretty much it. I've done my calorie count for the day pretty well. I mean, I've been eating my way through the fair, tried the deep fried Nutella, really good. I've been putting a pitch in for that. But yeah, I can only take a couple of those a day. And then when you turn 60, you're kind of going, I think I better let up. Well, I just did this week, so I did.
Well, thank you, Governor. It's always a pleasure.
Hi.
Nulick from Caldwell. and his wheat sample is double stop. Have you heard the name double stop any of you before? It's an Oklahoma wheat, and those Okies should be proud that they had the best market wheat show in the Kansas State Fair. And protein 15.3%, test weight 62.9. Pretty good. I'll give you this back and let the governor present the watch. A watch and a little plaque from the Kansas Ag Credit.
I tell them sometimes the only way you know is when you cut them finally, but that's what we do is we guarantee our melons when we go to the markets. But I put my palm of my hand on the melon, and usually when I'm picking, it'll crunch, and if it crunches, you probably won't hear it now, but if it's on the vine, you'll